we're going to use Ramage QuickDisk and a Ramage system to put some content on a disk and then password protect it. It's a very good way to make sure that something you put on a disk can remain confidential and only be opened or accessed or looked at by the person to whom you give the password. So we're going to start off by making a data CD. And so I'll click on the option that gives me data CD. So now I'll pick a folder that I want to put on this disk. So let's say there's something really confidential going on in the building, and my boss asked me to put some information on a CD and just leave it on his desk. Well, normally I wouldn't have access to anything very confidential, but this is just a demonstration. So we're going to say add the content to the disk, then we'll say we're done. Now we're going to print on the disk. That's our next option. So we're just going to choose one of our existing Ramage templates. That dialog box will come up, and we're just going to pick one of these here, and we'll get a preview. And I could fill in the blanks to put individual content on this that'll be printed on the disk, but that's not what we're showing you here today. We're going to show you password protection. So the next step now is I go to my dialog box called Settings. And in the Settings box, I'll get some interaction with the part of our system that decides or lets me decide what kind of zip options I want to do. So I'm going to say, you know what, let's zip and encrypt this file. So I have the option to zip all the content or just the files in the root folder. So I'm going to select the first one here. Then I can make up my own password. So I'm just going to say Tom 2385 46B, and then now I'm going to encrypt the password, and I'm going to say OK. So now what I've done is I put my case studies in a folder on the disk. I've encrypted the disk, I've set a password, and only somebody with that password is going to be able to open that folder on the disk and see what's in there. You can use this on a CD, a DVD, or a Blu-ray disc. Any content you can put in a folder can be password protected and encrypted. This is great for confidential information, it's great for personal information, it's great for medical information. Anything that you feel is proprietary, you want to use a disk so you have a tangible delivery method, but you want the content on that disk to remain proprietary and only be accessed by someone who you've given the password to. Now all I have to do is hit record, and this job's going to go off to the Ramage system. And if anybody walks by and picks that disk out of the bin without that password, they'll never be able to see what's in that folder.